Hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Patera with you today. This evening, it's been a busy work down the farm. We are resetting a broody girl, okay? And I'm going to show you... Yes, sir. I'm going to show you, I'm going to tilt the camera. You can see her down in here. This is Miss Sally. I have a previous video where I set her, okay? You need to understand, this is where this is coming in. Every single broody that you have is going to be completely different, okay? I have hatched eggs with broody hens in just about every scenario there is now. In the nesting boxes moved up to the loft. I've hatched with broodies on my porch. I've hatched with broodies in a separate little area over here in the love shack, as I call it. I've even made little quarters, separate quarters like you're seeing here. And the best advice that I can give you is if you can separate the hen with her eggs, the clutch, from the rest of the population, it does help. It does increase your chances in terms of not breaking the eggs, okay? It can be very tricky to do this. So you have to work with whatever scenario you've got, okay? I will tell you, I've had one or two broodies that were very difficult, and I ended up breaking them because what I would do is just take their eggs, and eventually they were like, well, this isn't worth it, and they gave up. Sometimes people use other methods to break their broodies, but the reason being is because they would not cooperate with being moved at all, and so we kept having problems with broken eggs. Some girls you can move, and some girls you can't. That's right. Here's what I stress to you. In terms of your self-sustainability, my personal opinion is that the most rewarding animal on your homestead is going to be the broody hen. Okay? That's going to be a few and far between amongst your population, okay? Not every girl, even amongst breeds that tend to go broody, is going to go broody. Okay? And then when they do, sometimes, half the time, it doesn't work out. Okay? So understand that when you have a broody hen that's working with you, and she is going to hatch hatchlings for you, that is like gold. Okay? Here's what I've done for Sally. Sally is a silkie. Okay? That's why I got silkies, because they do tend... Yes, sir. They do tend to go broody. This girl likes being broody, okay? So, because of the nature of the silkie being low to the ground, they're not flighty, they perch very low, they lay their eggs literally in the stall, she tends to be easier to work with, okay? I set her with Buff Orpington eggs last couple weeks ago, actually, almost 3 weeks ago, right? And because of... I don't want to say scuffling, but because of just general getting up and everybody's curious and blah, 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 one of the eggs got cracked. As you know, the Scotch tape baby that's in my incubator right now. So what I did is I took the remaining eggs that she did have. She lost 2. One was not fertile, and then the other 3 are in my incubator. They're going to be hatching. Well, they go on lockdown tomorrow. Well, she is still broody, and she has started snagging all the silky eggs in here. Snag, 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 snag. So I decided that I was going to let her continue. Yes, sir, Cochise. That I was going to let her continue to be broody because I love silkies, and we'll let her hatch some more silkies, right? Here's what I've done. I don't know if you can see this. Now, it depends on your hen, okay? I have had separate stalls completely. This one over here where I've brought the mama in here with the babies. You've seen that. With my Welsomer, you've seen that. Just different scenarios. What we've done here, and I'm going to take the camera off to show you, is I have literally just put her in a triangular corner because she wants to be in the corner. And I've set her up with some chicken wire. This is going to probably work pretty well for the silkies because they're not flighty. They're not going to jump up over and in like, say, everything else I have, okay? The barred rocks and Easter eggers and all my flighty birds, leghorns, Brahmas, Rhode Island Reds, everything I've got going on around me, okay? She is hunkered down on her little eggs, and I did candle them. She had 6 eggs. 4 of the 6 looked to be identical in terms of proximity of fertilization, probably around day 5-ish. So I've given her 4 eggs back. The other 2, because they are more behind, I'm going to put in my incubator. If they hatch, then I'm going to, and she does well in here, then I'm going to bring those out and introduce those to her. So let me show you what I've done. This doesn't work every time, and it doesn't work for everybody, but I've been talking to some folks, and they're like, what do I do? What do I do? And I'm like, if you can separate her, separate her. The best time to separate her is at night, okay? Silkies are very easy to work with because in general, they're pretty docile. She's going to be right up next to the silkies, but they're not going to be able to necessarily come over and get in and on her, okay? They're tight-knit buddies. And what she does is she lets them roost and sit next to her because they roost so low. And then she gets up, and when they lay their eggs, what she's doing is she's going over and she's pulling them into her. We're trying to collect some, and then she somehow gets more. So we're eliminating all of that. That way we can keep down the number of eggs also that she is on. Silkies, I try to keep, less than 6, about 6 eggs. You may have had different luck. I think because they're smaller, I think they do better with around 6 eggs. So that's where we're at. We're at 4 right now because of fertilization. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. I hope you can see it. And you'll get to see Turkey too, like you've already heard him, right? Are you gonna say hi to everybody, Turkey too? He's showing his stuff right now. All right, let's show you. Okay, guys, so this is simply what I've done. This is my silkie stall. I keep my silkies in a whole entire separated stall in my barn. We've talked about that before. And take them out on field trips, okay? Here is Miss Sally in the entire corner, okay? I'm trying to not get the camera to go in and out. So we have taken chicken wire and we have literally come over here. You're making a mess. And just stapled it. And stapled it across here. We didn't even make it into a full corner because then we'd have to put a T-stake right here. She's so little. So literally I've made her her own little apartment. She's going to have her own food and water. She's got fresh straw and DE, and she is on the 4 most precious little eggs you've ever seen, okay? The rest of the population is going to be coming out in here, see? And here's their feed. What are you doing, Gossamer? What are you doing? Yeah? 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 They've already scratched all the fresh hay out. See, I think that's actually what happened. When I set her last time, I set this entire corner in bedding with fresh straw. And they love, I'm telling you, if you've never owned chickens, if you've never had chickens, the second you throw fresh straw down, they go crazy. So I think that may have disturbed her nest, okay? So again, it's a learning curve. So nonetheless, just understand that every broody is very, very, very different. Let's see if we can zoom in on her. Miss Sally, what you doing? She's busy at work. So guys, understand that every broody is different. Okay, you have to have a plan B and C in terms of what you want to do with them. But definitely moving them to be separated is key if you can do so, okay? Like their own little apartment. Oh, there she is. Sweet little thing. All right, guys, if you like this video, like and subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. And I know that's going to, see how I'm saying here? So we just got to watch these and point them down. But she's got plenty of room. She just gets up and walks around for a few minutes and scratches. And we'll keep it clean and tidy. Of course, again, she's a very small little chicken and a sweet little girl. So we're just going to keep an eye on it. But every time we've been able to separate a broody hen and she's maintained calmness like this, we've had great success. Okay? Let's see if we can show you this crazy turkey over here. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe, and just keep working with your broodies. You'll definitely learn a lot as you go.